คุณผู้ชมคะเทคโนโลยีที่เปลี่ยนแปลงไปอย่างรวดเร็วนะคะจะเข้ามาพลิกโฉมหน้าของธุรกิจประกันอย่างไรบ้างไม่ว่าจะเป็นบล็อกเชนหรือว่า artificial intelligence ติดตามได้นะคะในสกู๊ปชิ้นนี้ได้เลยค่ะ
So there are three specific areas that we focus quite a bit. The first one is we want to provide a robust platform to all our consumers and all our distributors. So we have a very powerful infrastructure platform which we run on the private cloud. So a lot of our platforms are scalable and we run a large program across all our markets to make sure that you can expand, you can service, you can basically make sure that your infrastructure is best in class to support. Second one, which we do quite a bit, is artificial intelligence. At the end of the day, a lot of the processes that you see, if you do it well, you'd see is repetitive. And you don't need to really have a lot of these bright young guys who come in from good universities with a lot of educational
having to answer those questions.
Yeah, having to answer mundane questions or simple ones. You today can get a machine to do that. So in a couple of our markets already, we use artificial intelligence and machine learning to answer simple queries through chatbots. So what we do is we ask the value proposition for a lot of these millennials and the younger generation which is entering the workforce is we will get the low-hanging tasks which are basically repetitive in nature done by a machine instead of a human being. Instead, you focus on the tasks which are high-end, which are value-added, which are customer-centric. So that's our evolution as a company from trying to be a back office, a strong back office company to a company which is now moving to a direction wherein we want to get closer to the customer, be a part of their world. So artificial intelligence plays a big role by taking away a lot of these repetitive tasks and freeing up a lot of our time to focus on the human side of things when it comes to distribution, when it comes to customer servicing. When a guy is lodging a claim, I mean he needs compassion at that point in time. You don't want your employee to be spending a lot of time going through the system and figuring out, oh, should I pay 100,000 baht or should I be paying 50,000 baht? You let a machine do it and you basically make sure that he has time to send a bouquet or place a phone call to somebody who's in real need. That's where we are using AI in a lot of cases.
จุดยืนของ AIA นะคะในการเข้ามามีบทบาทในทุกช่วงชีวิตของผู้ถือประกันแน่นอนว่าจะเป็นต้องเข้าใจนะคะธรรมชาติของผู้บริโภคภาวะตลาดความชอบของผู้บริโภคในแต่ละประเทศที่ไม่เหมือนกันเพื่อที่จะเข้ามานะคะพัฒนาสินค้าตอบโจทย์รายบุคคลอย่างเหมาะสมซึ่งแน่นอนนะคะว่าจะเป็นต้องมีการนำเทคโนโลยีมาใช้ซึ่งหนึ่งในนั้นก็คือ Big Data ค่ะ
And the third one is Big Data because eventually I mean as I was sharing in the media press conference as well, data is the oil for the new enterprise. Everything that we do is essentially data. So where you started in the morning is data on your phone. What kind of policy that you have with us is data on my systems. So what we do with data now is to kind of use these different types of data about you to know more about you. What kind of a person you are? What kind of protection do you need? Do you have enough coverage? Maybe you are looking at buying a house. Maybe you got married. Maybe you have children. Are there lifestyle events which will make me reach out to you, not just for selling something, but just kind of asking, hey, do you need to look at some other options to make sure that you are well taken care of or your family or your near ones are well taken care of? It's a very different perspective because you tend to get closer to them in terms of trying to understand their life cycle events and then proposing things which are very pertinent to them. So the use of data for us is also quite powerful and quite central to a lot of things that we do. We want to understand deeply about our customers. We want to make sure that we just don't collect the premium and forget them till they have the claim. No, I mean we want to kind of continuously engage with them and make sure that the service that they get is is something that will make them sit back and say, oh, this is the real life company I dealt with. I mean, because that's real life. I mean, it has incidents, you need support, and you need the data to kind of make sure that you have the right kind of coverage, you have the right kind of platforms, you have the right kind of solutions at your place. So those are the three things: a very strong infrastructure, a cloud-based infrastructure, a very strong artificial intelligence focus, which is, I gave you some examples on claims and customer support, and the third one is big data, wherein we use the power of data to learn a little bit more about our consumers and customers.
การเพิ่มมูลค่าหรือว่าการ add value นะคะให้กับสินค้าและบริการถือว่าเป็นสิ่งสำคัญนะคะสำหรับธุรกิจประกันแต่แน่นอนนะคะว่าก็มีโอกาสและความท้าทายที่ซ่อนอยู่ข้างในค่ะ
The biggest challenge for the insurance business on technology is the core admin systems we run are old systems. What happens in a bank? I mean, what happens in an insurance company? The core big systems in the back end. A lot of the advancements that are happening on the consumer behavior side is happening on the front end. So the ability to integrate the front end and back end is the biggest challenge that our industry is actually going through right now. So a lot of my technical team is focused on how do we get this experience that is there with on the phones, on the tablets, on the Facebook pages, on the Line platform, back into our admin system, so that, I mean, yeah, you buy the policy, you make a request, you can use, let's say, WeChat in China to lodge a claim request, but that claim I need to take into my system, I need to understand what is the settlement amount, right? So that there is a transition there. So that integration, which is, if you start your business new, like if you have Uber, there is no legacy. You start on a fresh kind of piece of paper. But for insurers like ours who have been in the market for an extended period of time, there are legacy platforms to which these new front-end technologies need to integrate. And the biggest opportunity for us is to make sure that that integration is seamless, because the omni-channel experience is quite dependent on that integration, and that's where a lot of our focus is on.